because we do know that their leadership will not yield to such antics. A prompting of their top echelon could proceed to do anything that is antithetical to the growth of democracy. Victory at the central level is what the Englishman calls Pahik victory. At the central level, we will give you protection. The thing is very clear to them. They know the man.
My question is on this alleged forthcoming election.
And that means the 25 local governments.
Tell them what is about to happen. Thank you.
I hope you are not working for the man. You want to, security issues are not just what you discuss in the public. The one who wants will not yield to such request. But you know that what we did was to carry out a feasibility study as to what will serve us best. And we came to the conclusion that we needed to, one, ensure that we still have a very great stake in that property, but that the property need to be restructured. And the proposal was that we were to turn it into a 21-story building. And of course, you know, if you build a 21-story building, you cannot turn it into a liaison office. And that for us to get value, we need to bring in those who are experts in both construction and management of such structures. But eventually, the Lagos State government did not approve the 21-story building, following series of building collapse in both the island and in the mainland. But at the end of the day, we got approval to construct a 10-story building that will house as much as 60 flats, luxury flats, not just ordinary flats, luxury flats. And we also reason that it will pay us if we allow the developer to develop, and then we go into a PPP arrangement where we also have a very reasonable stake in that structure. And we came to the conclusion after a series of agreement meetings that 21 out of that 60 luxury flats, as part of our equity, since the land belongs to us, be now handed over to Delta State to take care of our own equity, being the land where the building is sited. And that in the meantime, while that construction is on, that there is a need for us to move the civil servants who are in that place into a nearby rented property in the meantime. And that after the construction, the civil servants will now revert to 2 of those luxury flats, which will be more than enough because it's just a liaison office. And that way, we will have more value for money in terms of the landed space. We will at the same time take advantage of the expertise of these developers who, of course, you do know are better positioned to manage such structure. But we hear individuals saying they have sold this just because we are approaching an election. But that's not the only propaganda being churned out by our brothers in the APC. They put it out there that 850 billion naira was borrowed. The question is, borrowed from where? Processed from where? We are all in this state. At what time was that kind of money processed? Is it through their own executive council, or through their own House of Assembly, or through their own government? Because obviously, I'm not too sure they are talking about our own administration. You know quite well that the bridging finance we assessed on account of the accruals we were expecting following the shortfall in terms of remittance from the federal government on account of 30% derivation. We were quite clear why we were asking that we needed to have 100 billion out of the 240 billion that the federal government was to pay to us as a bridging finance. We are not in the business of propaganda. So we are not going to begin to tell you that the governorship candidate of APC, that the few things he brought, like the Defense Academy, like the university, like the Polytechnic, like the oil and gas industrial park, that he put them in his village, Orogun. We are not going to tell you that. That's not why we're here. We won't tell you that he's even being very, very clannish. For us, we will want to continue to tell you what we are doing as an administration, and that we will work to the end of our administration, ensuring that roads are constructed. About 2 days ago, I briefed you as to the number of approvals we have given with respect to construction of new roads. And I can assure you that even within the next 2.5 months, we will have cause to commission a number of those roads. So we are not just awarding these contracts for the purpose of just awarding and then leaving them on paper. We're already fast-tracking the processes of procurement through the tenders board so that these contracts are given out to qualified tenderers who will indeed proceed to kickstart the construction process. The good thing is that those of you who are here, and majority of Deltans and Nigerians know that, and quite well, that the APC in Delta have not been able to say this is what they want to do. We are not ready to kiss electoral democracy in Delta a goodbye. A vote for the APC means that you are kicking out electoral democracy because they don't believe in it. Of course, you saw what happened with the February 25th general election. So for anybody to be casting his ballot in favor of the APC, that person is invariably subscribing to slavery. Agege will not support this zoning agreement that we have that has given us peace in Delta. He will not. Number of these sectors where Okowa have gone beyond laying foundation stone to begin to build bridges of possibilities. Either in the areas of road construction, in the areas of economic advancement through the different entrepreneurial skills that we have evolved over time, or in the areas of ensuring that the Nollywood, which means that sector where a number of our children have become quite productive and engaging, is also enhanced. Oborowori is determined to ensure that all these are done in such a way that there is a renewed impetus. And they know that the magic of APC, which is making everybody to mourn and stay in a state that we are not happy today as Nigerians, cannot be replicated in Delta. We also hear that given their controversial victory at the center, that Agege and the APC in Delta are taking steps to want to deploy the military to militarize the entire Delta, particularly the strongholds of Sheriff Oborowori across the 25 local government areas, with a view to harassing voters. We want to seize this opportunity to plead with the leadership of the Nigerian military, the leadership of the Nigerian police, the leadership of the Civil Defense Corps, to please caution all their men and personnel not to yield to the antics of this person who knows he has lost the election and will want to harass innocent Nigerians and indeed innocent Deltans for the purpose of achieving the same thing they thought they achieved with respect to the general election.